What a talk from Jay Harris, absolutely amazing. Also, thanks James for another amazing web dev meetup. I remember when he very first came to Manchester, and you've added so much to the community and all the groups ever since, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
My name's Amy Newton. My business is inclusively.tech. I specialise in helping tech companies with their interview techniques and their hiring processes to make sure that they're being completely inclusive from an LGBTQ+, mental health, women in tech, people of colour, working parents, religion, ethnicity, all of the protected characteristics. I've got 10 minutes to talk to you about diversity and inclusion. So I haven't done slides because everybody's done slides, and I'm conscious from a non-neurotypical perspective that slides can get a little bit much. But given I've only got 10 minutes, I thought that I would pick mental health. So what I promised James was that I would explain how respecting some parts of the diversity and inclusion piece can actually help you hire people a little bit. So I could talk to you about particular interview techniques for people who identify with having Asperger's or ADHD or bipolar disorder, or I could talk to you about how there are things that you can and can't say to people who are in the LGBTQ+ space, but I've chosen to kind of settle on mental health really. So from a recruitment perspective, we have two main issues in the UK. A, we can't get the staff. B, the staff that we do get aren't diverse enough. Now, I've done some research, and something that I've realised is that the issue tends to break down kind of everywhere along the scale. So the minute the job spec is posted, the minute the first interview is conducted, the minute you get invited back for a second interview, there are little potholes all the way along. And I thought, given the time space, what can I share with you that would really kind of bring you into seeing things from this perspective? So a bit of background on me. I grew up in recruitment. Feel free to throw garlic cloves at me, but I was actually one of the good ones. I have testimonials of this, but I've moved away from that now slightly. One of my biggest passions, and it sounds corny, but don't give a fuck. Oh, trigger warning, I swear a lot, by the way, so if you don't like swearing, leave, because it's going to happen. One of my biggest passions is getting kids from disadvantaged backgrounds into tech. So, given that I grew up recruiting software testers, about 2 years ago, I thought that this would be a good idea at the time, which happens to me a lot, actually, much like tonight. And I thought that I would stand in front of Test Bash Manchester. So hands up, anybody who knows what Ministry of Testing is. I love how proud your hand was, Saskia. Yes, please. Yes, for the pride. Ministry of Testing is an absolutely amazing organisation. They're really ethical, they're really sustainable, they're a great company, and they provide a professional community of practice for developers, for testers. Their content is split across many different ways, so that if you're learning Silas podcasts, if it's AMAs, if it's Slack, if it's physically going to meetups, you are absolutely catered for. The Ministry of Testing is absolutely the gold standard for any form of testing qualification, testing training, testing community. It's brilliant. And they were personally very, very welcoming to me as well. So 2 years ago, I thought, bollocks to it. I've got this plan. I'm going to do it. So I went to Test Bash and I did a 99-second talk on my idea for getting kids from Manchester initially, and I would branch out to other cities hopefully, but I was going to get kids from areas in Manchester into tech. Kids that otherwise wouldn't necessarily have had, visibility of our world really. And so I said to Richard Bradshaw, who's the CEO and just one of the most wonderful human beings you will ever meet or know ever. If any of you are on Twitter, he is at The Friendly Tester. Follow him immediately, if not sooner. And I said to him, look, I'd like to do a 99-second talk. I realise I'm a recruiter. I realise I'm not technical. Can I do this? And because he's very wonderful, he said, yes, Amy, of course you may. Up you go. So I was in the queue waiting, and my heart was going, because you need to understand that the people in the crowd, so it was Angie Jones, she works for Twitter in San Francisco. She's amazing on Twitter. I'd fangirled over her for years. There were people from the Netherlands, Hype, who we know really, really well. These people like Michael Bolton, James Back, James Lindsay, people who literally wrote the book on software testing that I'd followed for years. They were in the audience. So I'm stood in the crowd at the age of 25 thinking, what a fucking terrible idea, Amy. And my imposter syndrome was kicking in so aggressively that I thought, if I fake my own death, I won't have to do this. How can I do this? There are walls I can throw myself against them very enthusiastically. But I had to go through this. So anyway, I was on the tram, and the reason I'm telling you this is because quick show of hands actually, who's a hiring manager in the room? Anybody hired anyone? Okay. Anybody been through an interview process? Excellent. Bit more engagement. That's what we like to see. So I was on the tram to Media City thinking this is a great plan, and I had my t-shirt on and I had my jeans on and my Converse and whatever. And people were tweeting about the crowd at Test Bash. And there was a lot of them there. And I distinctly remember I was sat on the tram and there was a very, very nice young man next to me. He's probably still emotionally scarred from the experience. But I was sat on the tram and I had my backpack and I was sat there and I was thinking, yes, I'll say this and then I'll do this and then I'll say this thing and then I'll run away very fast. And I had on, I remember because I had to throw it away, but I had on a scoop-necked black t-shirt. And I was sat on the tram and I was thinking, it'll be fine, I'll say this and I'll do this and it'll all be okay. And nobody will know I've got imposter syndrome. My anxiety's fine, I've had four cups of peppermint tea, I've taken my medication, nobody will realise I'm batshit crazy. I can just power through. That's a misnomer, by the way, they all know I'm batshit crazy. I think the hair tells it a lot, actually. So I'm on the tram and I'm getting there and we're pulling up to Pomona, the stop, and I think I should get off and vomit instantly. And I thought, no, come on, you've grown up, you're an adult woman now, everyone says so, you pay taxes. And then the tram passed Pomona, and my opportunity to vomit had left. But nobody had told my stomach that. So quite calmly, I thought, I'm going to be sick. And it was a packed tram, and all I could think was these people that I respected fucking hugely were about to watch me do a 99-second talk about my half-cocked fucking idea to get people from these underrepresented areas into tech. And I was going to stand on this stage in front of people I'd idolised for 7 years and tell them that I had a plan. Who the fuck did I think I was to have a plan of any description? So all this is going on, and then I could, the feeling that you get just here when you know that you're going to vomit? So I thought, well, obviously I can't vomit in my bag because I have my notepads and my essential things. So I thought, I know what I'll do, I'll vomit inside myself. So very calmly, and very, very gently, and I like to think quite nobly actually, quite majestically, I just... And it was the left breast, if anyone's interested. But it gathered there and it sat there, and yeah, good. And I just sat there and looked out the window and thought, yes, this is my life now. I vomited upon myself. Excellent. And I got to Test Bash, and luckily for me, the people who run Test Bash are incredibly nice human beings. And I said, Heather, the swag, I need a t-shirt. And Heather said, yes, okay, well, of course. So I took a black t-shirt, I went into the toilets at the Lowry, removed my clothing, scooped the vomit out of my own bra. Yes, I know that's disgusting, there was a trigger warning. Rinsed it under the tap, and I was stood quite calmly, sans brassiere, with the Ministry of Testing t-shirt on, trying to dry my bra under the hairdryer, thinking, and I think I'm the one to change other people's lives. Fucking irony. So I'm drying my bra, thinking, yes, this is where my life is now. Good, I'm glad this has happened. Anyway, arranged myself, put everything back on, carried on with the day volunteering for Test Bash, and then I did my 99-second talk. At which point, I'm not going to say I'd calmed down because I hadn't, but I'd been up and down, and I thought, oh fuck it, I've gone up in my bra, what else is going to happen? I'm going to shit myself. Make it a hat trick, right? So I got on stage, I did my 99-second talk, and for those who are interested, it's actually filmed, you can see it on the website. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I did the 99 seconds, and then afterwards I had about 19 people come up to me, and Saskia will verify this, who said, I love what you had to say. God, you're so confident. My God, have you got a vision? You're so capable. This is brilliant. How can we involve ourselves? How can we help you? I can't believe you said what you said. And then they all gave me their details, and I took the details, and we dutifully, we effected some change, we ran some programs, and we did what we did. But the reason I'm telling you is because the next time that you interview someone, and you think, fuck me, they're confident, or the next time you yourself are going into an interview, you kind of never know what's gone on for someone that morning. And I said earlier on when I was telling people I was going to do this talk, for all you know, 2 hours earlier they were thrown up in their bra. And someone said to me, not likely though, is it? It's not fucking likely, dickhead, but it's a possibility, alright? This is my concept. But what I'm trying to explain to you is that from a diversity and inclusion perspective, when somebody walks through your doors and says, hi, I'm here to interview for the software dev job, you've got no fucking idea what they've been through that day. And so if their legs start switching, their eyes start flickering, they're checking their phone, they drink the water really quickly, yeah, you just don't know. You don't know what someone's been through. So if you understand D&I and you come on the journey, and people like me who have bipolar, who have imposter syndrome, who are anxious and apparently have no inhibitions about sharing things with a room of people, then actually that person might just be able to do the job, but in that particular moment their headspace might be somewhere a bit problematic. So I think that might be my 10 minutes. You didn't wave.
I tried to, actually peeps.
Well, you haven't done a very good job.
He's more prepared than I am, to be honest.
I was more prepared than I am. So in short, that's the end of what I have to say, and I faithfully promise not to vomit on anyone in the room. So yes, I'm done.